this and this. Why do Palestinians hold up a key in their protests? To understand this, we'll have to go back to 1948 or even further back to 1917 when Israel-Palestine looked like this. By the 1930s, there was an escalation in Arab-Jewish violence in Palestine. This is also when the Zionist movement aiming to establish a Jewish state in Palestine was in full swing. Britain, which was governing the region at the time, handed the problem to the United Nations. In 1947, the UN proposed partitioning Palestine into two states, one Jewish, one Arab, with the Jerusalem-Bethlehem area to become an international city. This was largely accepted by Palestine's Jewish leadership but rejected by the Arab leaders. Now, the moment the British mandate terminated, Jewish leadership in Palestine declared the establishment of the State of Israel on 14th May 1948. And thus, in the midst of a conflict, Israel was invaded by 5 Arab armies, marking the start of Israel's War of Independence. It was during this period, the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, that Jewish militias launched attacks against Palestinian villages, forcing thousands to flee. 500 Palestinian villages, towns and cities were destroyed in what Palestinians refer to as the Nakba or catastrophe in Arabic. An estimated 15,000 Palestinians were killed, including in dozens of massacres. An estimated 750,000 Palestinians were forced out of their homes. The Palestinians packed their belongings, piling into cars, trucks and donkey carts. Many locked their doors and took their keys with them, expecting to return when the war ended. Meanwhile, the Zionist movement captured 78% of historic Palestine. More than 70 years later, they have not been allowed back. Empty towns were renamed, villages were demolished, homes reclaimed by forest and Israeli nature reserves. Israel refused to allow the Palestinians to return to maintain a Jewish majority within its borders. Since then, enlarged replicas are often found around Palestinian refugee camps as a symbol of protest. The refugees and their descendants, who now number nearly 6 million, settled in camps in the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria and Jordan. Those camps eventually grew into built-up neighborhoods. And now, with Israel's calls for evacuation, Palestinians fear the most painful moment from their history repeating itself.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.